So yeah, a lager question. What makes Helles or a light lager set itself apart from others of the same style? Dude, it's balance and its drinkability. I know those sound like two garbage terms, but I went down to I was down in Austin a couple months ago. Well, in May actually. I launched the channel while my wife and I were in Austin. We had been busting our tail on this. My dear friend Andy has been helping me out on the editing side. I love him so much, and we've been busting our tail on this channel for 6 months or 5 months up until the time, whatever. But anyways, I was down in Austin, and I went to Austin Beer Garden and drank their industry pills. First of all, they have like 6 beers, like 4 or 5 of them are Pilsner, and then they have like an IPA or something. It's awesome. Dude, it's balanced, man. I had that industry pills from Austin Beer Gardens, and it's just, it wouldn't stop you from drinking it. There's nothing about it that stops you from drinking it. So first of all, what sets it apart? Like, how do you get better? Brew it, brew it, brew it. Okay, brew it over and over and over again. Really clean process. Use great ingredients, use good German ingredients. I love the Barca Pills line, the Barca line from Wireman. Other people can have their own thoughts. Barca Pills is killer ass Pilsner malt. All those malts are great, that Barca line. But it's ultimately balance and them being clean, right? Understanding, I think those beers are better off being drier, okay? Like closer to 1008 or 2 Plato, something like that, rather than 1013, whatever, because then you can reduce your bitterness too, right? Like Helles can be small, man. You can have like, our Helles has 18 IBU in it, but it finishes dry. You know, if the finish is sweeter, if our Helles goes down to like 1009, 1008, if it was finishing up at 1012, 1013, I'd have to have more bitterness in there. And then you're just pushing more onto your palate. I think when you keep things austere, when you keep things turned down, dialed down, and then you get the balance right with them, that's when it gets there. Another big key is making sure that you're not pulling tannins out of the mash, making sure that you're keeping your pH under control in both your mash and your sparge, so you're not extracting tannin out of the malt. And then messing with your water. As far as I go with water is I use acid to drop my pH, as we've been mentioning. And then I use chloride and gypsum. Chloride pushes a softer character in the beer. I like to say that sulfate helps to bring the bitterness a little bit more into focus. Rather than saying it makes it more bitterness, I think it makes it more clear. And then play with what you like there, but don't go wild with it. I use brewing water, that spreadsheet. I think it's easier to ruin a beer with a ton of salt additions than it is to make it better. Try to get 100 parts per million calcium in there. I do push chloride on that beer. There is a little bit of gypsum in my Helles. So, and then it's a lot of reps, man.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you feel as if you got any value out of the video, please like and subscribe. There are also other videos that you can watch. They're gonna maybe be over here or over here. Appreciate you watching.